guys, I'm Amy, and you've landed on Belle Loves Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree, and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! Crack and Rosie, get on board. We're gonna ride till there ain't no more to go, taking it slow. And Lord, don't you know, I'll have me a time with the poor man's lady, hitching on a twilight train. Ain't nothing there that I care to take along, maybe a song to sing when I want. Don't need to say please don't to no man for a happy tune. Are you guys singing it with me? And oh, I love my Rosie child. You got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling Rose, you're a store-bought woman. Woo! But you make me sing like a guitar humming. So hang on to me, girl, our song keeps running on. Play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. All right, enough of that. Hi, guys, welcome to Belle's Bargains. My name is Amy. So I love Neil Diamond, but every one of his songs, I can't ever complete it because of the where, anyway, it goes up too high, it starts too low, then it goes up too high, anyway, whatever. But I love his songs. So I'm always changing octaves in the middle of a song, which you just witnessed, because I couldn't get up there high enough. Effingham, say hello. Okay, guys, surprise, guess what? You are getting a themed Thursday. I know you haven't had one in so long. You're like, wait, I'm sorry, what is that? What is that? So Theme Thursday, come on, you guys. It's where I do a theme and I make crafts based on the theme. So today's theme is carrots. And I couldn't find a carrot song. I mean, there's kids ones out there, but I couldn't find like an adult carrot song. So anyway, they're sort of Easter, spring. I'm not, I guess you'd have to say they're Easter because they're carrots, but aren't they spring? I don't know. We associate carrots with, why do we associate carrots with Easter? Bunny. That's why. Duh. Okay. You don't eat carrots. Nope. 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 Yeah. Okay, Effingham. So I think you're gonna like these. Oh, you're happy because I've done 3 videos this week. You're right. I have. So I know, and it's been so busy. All right, guys. So without further ado, so I'm gonna change up how I do this a little bit. So this is a new way. Let me know what you think of how I'm doing this video. So first of all, Theme Thursday. The theme is carrots. And by the way, everything is Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1 and a quarter. So right now my channel is still just Dollar Tree. I think it's gonna branch out a little bit from that when I start to redo the house and I'm buying furniture and flipping it, which obviously I'm gonna show you. But I'll be using Dollar Tree supplies, so I guess it will still work. All right, so without further ado, the first craft that I made that is carrots is this, and I think it's so cute. Now they make these buckets, like every season they're bringing us these buckets out, okay? So I just wanna show you guys, can you see there on the bucket? I made it look like it was rusted, right? Like it's been sitting in waters on it. So you'll see in the video, I do that with that shoe polish, which is amazing. I need to find more brown. I'm almost out of the brown. And it just works so good. I'm gonna try some other things with their galvanized stuff. Like, I think is it toilet bowl cleaner or something that you can sit on it and it'll, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna do some research. I wanna try that. But this was super easy. So I rusted up the thing. Wait, how about I just show you right now how I made this? Okay. We're gonna make something. So I have this bucket. I have some beads. I have some of these carrots. And I have some of this greenery. And a pool noodle and a pool noodle knife. Now, we're going to take this bucket, super cute little thing, comes from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to dress it up for Easter using elements that they give us, and we're going to make it super cute. I failed to show this in my supplies, but I'm also going to use the shoe polish. I love this stuff. All I'm doing is putting it all over this bucket to sort of rust it and age. It does work really well to look like rust. And go heavy on like your seams and stuff. Then I'm going to fix the carrots. So I got to remove the string with the hanger, the jute twine hanger, and the raffia bow. Because I want these just to look like carrots. So as I'm doing that, and actually this one, I pull it off, it pulls apart, and I have to rewire the wire around the bunch of the greenery. But then I just pushed that greenery down further onto the carrot so that it looked more natural, which I end up doing in, I think it's the next project, a bunch as well. Friday wants outside. It's been windy all day, so I wanted to go out. Anyway, so I twist that wire back around and then I pop some hot glue on there and put the greenery back on top. And I'm going to show you here comparing the two because you'll see how different they look once that's done. Just to show you, like, yeah, they just look so different. So make them look like carrots. Then I'm going to take my beads and I pick out 5 beads that are going to fit on the handle. But you have to pry that handle out first and then straighten out the ends so you can actually string the beads onto the handle. So I get 5 of them the same size and I put them on the handle. Of course the handle ends up coming off on the other side, which is fine. I just work with it off the bucket. So I put my 5 on. Now I'm going to go back and use the jute twine that I took off the carrots. You know I love to use whatever I take off. And so all I'm going to do is on either side of the beads, I'm going to put a knot in the string, and then I'm going to dab a little hot glue there to hold it in place and wrap it all the way around, going to towards the end of the handle till the string runs out. So, and I just took the little tail from the knot, the other side of the knot tail. Okay, anyway, the short side. And I just wrap it into the handle, right? So I don't have any sticking out ends. And then at the very end, after I wrap it all the way around and I get to the end, I just use a little hot glue, which works really well because I'm just adhering the jute twine to itself. So once I get to the end. All right, then I go and I do the other side. And then after I do that, I grab the shoe polish again. So once I have the beads on here, it's way easier to stain them than it is individually off. So I just hold it down, dab, 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 and then flip it over, dab, 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 dab on my shoe polish. I'm almost out of the brown. I gotta find more. And I'm just like filling in, you know, in between the cracks and whatnot. Sorry, I'm a little off camera. I'm out of practice, obviously, so I've got to get back into the swing of things. Okay, so I go to put it back on the bucket, but I have to, of course, twist that one end back so it'll fit in there and stay in. So grab my needle nose pliers and go to bend it back into shape. And it was just almost like a little S sort of fish. Anyway, do that and put it back on there. And I just leave the handle hanging down on the bucket. I'm not going to put it in the up position. I left it hanging down. And then one of my strings came loose, so at this point I went, oops, just put it back where it belongs and threw a little glue on it. Oh, and I dabbed a couple of spots I found on the beads with my shoe polish. Okay, so now the handle is done, and the rest is easy. Here's where I'm fixing that little jute twine. Came loose a little bit. I'm just going to put another hot dab of hot glue there to hold it. And of course, now that I have the bead on there too, it's already all stained, it should hold fine. Grab my pool noodle. I love the pool noodle knife. This works so well, you guys. At the Dollar Tree, of course. Don't know if you've seen the pool noodle knife, but it works great. Little hot glue, just push my piece of pool noodle in there. And then I'm going to go right to the greenery. So this is just one pick of this greenery. I don't even know what it's called. And I just start using my needle nose and cutting that wire back and forth and cutting it apart. So I take them all so they're individual pieces off of this pick and then start putting them in. and just sort of filling up my little bucket, because of course we're still going to add what? The carrots. So the rest of this is just me throwing in the greenery and arranging the carrots. There you go. So this was project number 1. And I just think, by the way, that shoe polish on these beads, isn't that, see there, you can see a little bit of white, doesn't matter. It's just like so perfect. I think this is super cute, super easy. And by the way, the carrots, just taking that raffia off and pulling that green down a little bit and moving it, they look so cute. Okay, so next project. And these are in the order that I made them, so not necessarily my favorites, although I like them all. But I think this is my favorite. No, the bucket might be my favorite. Anyway, I haven't seen anybody else do this, so it could be an Amy original. I don't know. Is it? So these are those picture frame things. So there's like, see that little bar right there? And there is a little clothespin there, and you can hang a picture. So I decided to make it a wreath that you could just stand anywhere, right? I think this is so cute. But hold on, I'm going to show you how I made this one and my struggles with getting these carrots on this wreath. Let's do another carrot craft. I shouldn't say that, because maybe that's the first carrot craft I'm showing you on this video. Anyway, we're going to do a carrot craft. Okay, so I have this, which is a picture frame, and it's cute and very modern, but I need the shape of this to make a standing little decoration. So I'm going to use more of the bottle brush carrots. I'm hoping to use one of these little farmhouse signs that says gather. I've got some different ribbons. And then I also have like the leftover raffia, I think, from the other project that I did. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. Anyway, so I'm gonna make a little Easter wreath that can stand on a shelf. Super cute and super easy. So let's go. Oh, and I might need some jute twine as well, but I'm gonna use the jute twine that's actually on the carrots. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna open the package, and I'm gonna take the white shoe polish, and I'm going to whitewash the stand, so it really sort of helps blend in that MDF on the sides that doesn't have the faux wood on it. And it gives it kind of a beachy look almost, you guys, but perfect for like a whitewashed look. Alright, so getting the carrots ready, all I did was cut off the jute twine hanger, and then I started trying it by tying the carrots on. You'll see this doesn't work very well. Didn't like the way it looked because it made the carrots just sort of, I couldn't figure out how to tie them on without them being wonky on top of each other, weird. So I give up on this and I take them all off, and I decide just to use the jute twine, and I wrap it around the base of the greenery, which I really liked. And then I thought maybe I could just wind the carrots on. Nope, that didn't work either. So then I thought maybe I could just hot glue them on. Anyway, I tried all different ways, and then I got really smart, and right about here I go, I need my black wire. So I went and got my black thin wire. I cut a piece off, and I twist it there at the base so that I can secure it, right, so it won't slide. So I twist it on right there, and then I just start twisting on my carrots. There is no right or wrong way to do this, by the way, but I was trying really hard just to keep the wire within a section of the brush, so I wasn't like laying down a whole bunch of the brush, some of the needles, I guess, on the carrots. Anyway, so I just keep going around and going around and wrapping the carrots. So you guys can watch me wrap some carrots for a little bit here, all around the wreath. Now, to get this little charm on there, I took a nail and I poked it. It's like one of the new farmhouse little signs. I poked a hole in it and then used my scissors to make the hole a little bit bigger, then put a little glue on the end of my jute twine to string it through. Then I take that white shoe polish again and finish off this little sign, because see, you could personalize the back of it now if I wanted to. I could write something different on it, or somebody's name if I wanted to give it to them, or just a to from on the back of it for a gift. But obviously I'm going to use it with the gather on it right now. So I'm just using the jute twine that I've strung through the hole that I made. I'm going to tie it onto the wreath, and when I do so, you'll notice again, I take my little ends of my jute twine and put a little knot in them. And by putting this little charm on there, it really covers up the piece in the back that had the little clothespin on it for the picture. So the crossbar, I guess would be what I would call it. So then I'm trying to decide what kind of ribbon. Picked up this one, and I'm like, no. In the end, I used the ribbon that I think is perfect, with the burlap that has the white on it. Of course, matching sort of our whitewash down below, right? And the white that is on the gather sign. So I'm just doing my loop and twist bow. So you loop, twist, loop, twist. This way the tails are facing the same way when you put your jute twine. Tie in the middle, and again I'm using the jute twine that I've taken off those carrots, those little pieces that I have laying there. And I tie that, and then I tie little knots on the end of these two little jute twine tails as well. I thought about putting a topper bow on there. I decided not to. Obviously you could add more to this if you want. I kind of liked the simple bow. It was like a small wreath, so I think just a simple bow was good. So putting a little knot in the end of my jute twine tails, and then I'm going to dovetail the ends of this ribbon, and I'm going to glue it on, and this little wreath is done, and I think it's so cute. So you can see, I mean, I tried it different ways, but in the end, by using the wire, it's so perfect because you can't really see the wire in there at all. And then also, I really liked what I did with the carrots, where I took that jute twine and just sort of wound it around that base of the carrot. So look at how different these carrots look. One without the jute twine wrapped around it and one with. So I like them both. But one of the reasons that I did that is because by putting the jute twine here, it really tied in the brown that was on this sign and then of course the burlap that's in my ribbon. And then you saw I sort of whitewashed our base here, but do you see how well that works? It really gets rid of that dull MDF look. So it really finishes it off nicely. So I haven't seen anybody use these to make a miniature wreath, but I think it's a super good idea. Obviously I did carrots, but you could do it with anything. The idea being you could just sit a wreath on a shelf and it doesn't have to be hanging on a door or anything or on a wall or whatever. So I'm really liking this idea. But then what happened was, so I was like, I wanted to do one more thing. By the way, shout out to Mickey. The reason I'm doing these carrots is because Mickey last year sent me a whole box full of these bottle brush carrots. And so I was trying to use my Easter stash stuff from last year, and that's how we got to this. But I think this is so cute. All right, so then the final thing that I made 3 for you today, because I was trying to use up more carrots, is another freestanding sign. So, and I also really like this idea. Boom. But guess what? So there's my carrot patch, but look, it's double-sided because there's the egg hunt. Now, I want to show you this video right now. So this, of course, is just one of those, there's a little round sign in there. You'll see in the video. And I used to put these on because I don't like to hang 1,000 signs because I don't have 1,000 places to hang 1,000 signs. So my preference is to have stationary decor, and I will pull out a seasonal box and pack away some of my everyday stuff, put up the seasonal, and then when I pack away the seasonal, I'll put back up the everyday stuff. So as opposed to hanging things on the wall, because then they're never quite the right size or whatever, and I don't want to put a bunch of holes in. So I'm not a big make signs person. So instead, I usually take their signage and I'll make some decor or other things with it. All right, let's see how I made this one. So I think this sign is really cute. I need to clean it up a little bit, but, and I'm not really big on this bunny, so I'm going to change the bunny, or not have a bunny at all. No, I'm not going to have a bunny because I'm using carrots. Okay, so, and then I just need this arrow for the back side of this, but when I do that, it goes upside down. So I'm going to use it this way, and I'm going to take off the egg hunt on here because I'm going to sandwich this between that to make a cute little stand-up sign that says carrot patch. All right, let's go. First things first. I don't know why I'm cutting the raffia right there, but oh yeah, because I decided that the raffia was the same color as the wood, and I thought I could just fill in these little holes by putting a little glue in there and tacking in some raffia, and actually it worked. So I did that on the holes and the sign just to cover them up. So all I do, a little bit of hot glue in there and then some little pieces of raffia and just sort of stuffed it in there. It's kind of like how they used to fix material that way. They throw a little cut up material in and some glue and iron it to fix a hole. Anyway, same principle. So after I fill those up, notice I've already removed all of the stuff. I used my heat gun, got off the little bunny and the letters that spelled out egg hunt. So those are all off to the side. I will use the letters in egg hunt. Okay, so then I get this all done and I think I start wood burning. So I'm using the wood burner, you guys. Anyway, it takes practice, right? So it's been a long time since I've used a wood burner. So I was like trying to figure out what's the best way, how do I get it to go smooth? And so I was sort of outlining and then sort of burning the inside of the letters, which of course is one way that you can do it. Later on, I found just pretty much just to hold down the whole tip and sort of a nice even pace of burning. But there's no right or wrong, really. You're just trying to stay within your lines, right? Anyway, so I would burn the whole carrot patch. I think it looks really cool. I do like the way this looks. I will be using this wood burner again, because they give us the letters on or images on something like this, so to wood burn it in is pretty easy. It's all drawn out for us, but you could always trace something on and wood burn that, which I'm sure I'll be doing some of that as well. Okay, so after I get this done, then I'm going to move on to the carrots. So the carrots, they have that raffia and they have that jute twine on them. So I'm going to be redoing my carrots. You'll see here in a second. Right now I'm just going back over the letters just to darken it a little bit. I think I get clever there as I turn the sign for the wood burner. And I didn't have any issues with it, you guys. I know somebody had said that the wood burner we weren't going to buy because the glue stick had caught on fire, but I didn't have any issues. Okay, so using my shoe polish, of course, to stain up my arrows, and I do stain both sides because I think once I get it on the sign, you could get a glimpse of the back side of them. Take a baby wipe just to clear that off a little bit. Then remove the jute twine and remove the greens because I'm going to cut some of these carrots down so I have different sizes. And then I'm gluing the greens back on. But I took a little bit more of the top piece of wire off so that those green toppers were really smushed down into the carrot, and I really like the way this looks. This one I cut down really stubby, like it's growing out of the ground, kind of. Anyway, I think this came out really cute. There was just just a different way to use it. Trimming down those greens so they're not sticking up too high and they're appropriate for the size of the carrot, I guess. Visually, how I like to see it. The one thing I would have done, which you'll see me do here in a little bit, is actually go back in with a green marker and paint some of the carrot toppers that were drawn onto the board. So maybe do that beforehand, or just don't do it at all because you don't have to. They were on there and I could see them, and so I thought, oh, I'll just add a little green onto them, and that did, in my opinion, help with the way that it looked. Okay, so get all my carrots on, and then you're going to see me take my little marker here and fill in a little bit of the greenery behind there. There we go. And then we're going to grab our sign, and I think I'm going to take this shoe polish and do the bottom of it so that it's sort of uniform with that natural wood kind of look. You notice I put it on the stem too, so the stem is no longer white. It made it more tan-like. Then I'm going to take egg hunt. I found one egg. I took my green marker and colored the sides of it so that when it's on there it looks good. And I'm going to wood burn all of these letters. And this was fairly easy. I just hadn't got practice, right? So I'm getting a nice even pull on the tool and equally burning those pieces up. But it doesn't have to be equal either, you guys. It's kind of cool, the variances that you can get in the burning as you're doing this. So I go ahead and do all of my egg hunt, and then I'm going to glue down egg hunt, and I'm going to glue down the egg. But before I do that, I'm going to take a wee bit of that raffia and try and do a little base for the egg as I put it on. And I'm not really careful when I glue on letters like this. I don't think it has to be perfect. So I didn't like pre-measure and draw out my lines or anything like that. I just placed my egg so I knew where I wanted hunt to be, and then glued down my letters. The H and the U look light here. I don't remember thinking that as I was gluing it down, but in this video it looks that way. I don't think they really do. I traced where I was going to lay the egg so that I could place some raffia down first. So this is the raffia that I took off of the carrots, right? I'm using the stuff that I removed because I like to do that. Waste not, want not. So I'm just putting a bunch on either side of it. Then I'll lay my egg down and add some more raffia sort of on the top of it. So I'm just putting raffia down and cutting it off, almost like a little grass, right? So because we're going on an Easter egg hunt, the Easter egg should be in the grass. And then just to finish it off, I do take a little jute piece of string, which of course was on the carrots, and I did a double, so it's two pieces, and I did a little double bow, and then I think it's super cute. Now I gotta glue it on. So that stick sticks out on that side. So I also tapped a little glue just at the tip of the arrow. And then I thought I was going to take a bunch of this raffia and tie a big bow there. I couldn't get it to look right, didn't like it, but forget it. So I just took one of the little bows and glued one on each side, and this project is done, and I hope you guys like it. So, wood burner, what? Yeah. Okay, so now I want you guys to look at this. So it's really not bad, by the way. My whole thing that I did up here, that one fell out, but still, it was a good idea. So, but this one didn't. Where's the other one? And can you see that one? That one worked. Okay. So I like the wood burning. I'm going to be doing more of it, definitely. And so this project was about using those carrots and then trying my wood burner because, of course, the word was already on there. So I didn't have to do anything, just burn it in. So I was just really practicing, and I'll get better at it. It's kind of tchotchke, but it also makes it look kind of rustic and homemade. And then, of course, just burning the letters on this side, and that was super easy. The letters just by themselves as opposed to trying to etch it into the wood. So I'll do more practicing with it because there's sort of a tip where I could sort of outline, but then if I use the whole tip, you know, which is a flat line, then I could, anyway, I don't know, I'll get better at it. Okay, so I do love this though. And of course I just double-sided that because I love to double-side things. Why not? And again, using the shoe polish on the base of this and on the white that was on this, so that also matched and went with it. So two-sided, I think it's super cute. What do you guys, and it stands super well all on its own. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I made. Which one is your favorite? So recap, we've got our little bucket full of carrots and greenery, our little freestanding wreath. I think this one might be my favorite. I think the freestanding wreath is. And then, of course, our carrot sign. So it was really a carrot day. Definitely a carrot day. What do you think? Which one is your favorite? I'm going to recap. I'll put a picture up of them all at the very end of the video so you guys can look at them again. But that's it for today. So it's a carrot day. Wait, I think I want my thumbnail to be this one. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could get this one if I stand here long enough. So I don't know. Okay, it's been a long day at work and I came home to finish this video. And I really do like the wood burning tool, FYI. So I was super careful about it. When I used the wood burning tool, I plugged it in and I had it on cement, something that was completely non-flammable. And then when I was done with it, I unplugged it and put it back down on cement, the non-flammable to cool off on its stand. Okay, so there you go, guys. There's my carrots. It's my Carrot Thursday. Themed Thursday was carrots. So tell me which one you guys like the best. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked everything that you saw today, please give me a thumbs up. And please leave a comment. I really do want to know which one was your favorite. And if you feel like it, subscribe, of course. All right, guys. Effingham, say goodbye. Goodbye, besties. Yes, besties, you know I love you. Glad to be back on a Thursday. I don't know how many of these you're going to get as the weeks go on and we finish up the house here, but I threw one in surprise. All right, thanks so much. Here's a recap of the 3 projects that I made in a little video. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.